let's discuss about company and its classification. So let's know about what is a company. Company is an artificial person created by law. So when a group of people come together for a common objective and they are purpose, they are creating, they are starting a business for a under a legal guidance or legal existence, we termed it as a company. So when a group of people or association of people, when they are coming together for a common objective, then that is known as a company. Okay, so today let's discuss about the classification of company. A company can be classified on different bases. First, on the basis of incorporation, liability of members, number of members, control, ownership, registration, and others. These ways we can classify the company. So, first, on the basis of incorporation, company can classified into statutory company, registered company, and a chartered company. So statutory company, first one is statutory company. Okay. So statutory company is one which is incorporated by means of a special act which is passed in the parliament or state legislature. Then such company is called statutory company. So such companies, they are governed by the act under which they are created. So for example, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, which is under the act, Ministry of Finance. And next one, LIC. These are the companies which is formed under an act which is passed in parliament or state legislature. Second type of classification is registered company. When a company which is registered under Companies Act, which may be in 2013 or which is registered in 1956, then such company is considered as a registered company. And next one is chartered company. So chartered companies are the companies which is created by a special chart, by the grant of a royal court or by the crown, is termed as a charter company. For example, in case of East India Company, which is formed under the Crown of England, and next one is Bank of England. These companies are formed by the royal chart. So on the basis of incorporation, we can classify the company into statutory company, registered company, and chartered company. Next, classification of company is based on the liability of its members. So on the basis of liability of members, we can classify it as liability limited by shares, a company limited by guarantee, and unlimited liability company. So first one is limited by shares. So here, in case of a company limited by shares, the liability of member is up to the unpaid amount which has to be paid by the shareholders to the share capital. So their liability is limited up to the unpaid value of shares. Next one is limited by guarantee. A company in which that members, they are ready to contribute at the time of winding up of the company to the assets of the company is called company limited by guarantee. So in which this type of company, the shareholders or members, they contribute the capital or the money. They are guaranteeing an amount which they are ready to contribute at the time of winding up of a company. Next one is unlimited liability company. So here the liability of the shareholders or members is unlimited. That is, they are even at the time of winding up of a company, the personal assets they have to even the personal assets they have to pledge in case of the liability of the company. So these are the basic classification of company based on the liability of member. And first case, in case of limited by shares, it may be private company or public company, and it may be limited up to the unpaid amount of value of shares. If a shareholder, they are fully paid the share, then liability is nil. Next classification of company is on the basis of ownership. A company can be classified into private limited company and a public limited company. Private limited company, let's discuss in detail. Private limited company is again classified into one-person company. It is a new concept which is emerged in 2013 Companies Act. And next one is small company. And next one is public limited company. It's again classified into listed companies and unlisted companies. So first one, What is a private company? A private company is one which having a minimum paid up capital of rupees 1 lakh. And here the members are limited. That is, minimum in order to constitute a private company, minimum 2 members is necessary, and the maximum limit is up to 200. And here there is no, the right to transferability of shares is restricted, and also they are not able to invite the shares, or they are not able to invite the public to subscribe the shares of the company. So private company are the one which the transferability of shares is restricted, and also invitation to the public to subscribe the shares of the company is limited, and also minimum number of members is to be 2 and maximum to be 200. And here the paid up capital should be must be equal to, or which should be up to 1 lakh rupees. And for example, in case of Reliance Company, Tata Consultancy, these are the private companies. A private company is again classified into one person company and a small company. One person company is a newer concept which is emerged in 2000, which is amended in 2013 Act. A one person company, which is also, which this form of company, that is OPC form of company, it is very common in our nearer countries like China. So here a one person, a single person can start a business, and a company, there is a separate legal existence is there, and they can enjoy the advantages or features of a company as well as a sole proprietor. And here in case of death of that one person, that particular person, he can suggest a nominee, and after the death of this particular subscriber, the nominee can be the owner of the company, or member of the company. Next one is a small company. Small company with size is limited up to very small in number, that is small in number, and also such company liabilities, that is share capital, paid up values should be less than 1 lakh. Okay. So on the basis of classification, again the company can be classified into public company. A public company is the one in which the minimum paid up capital should be more than 5 lakh rupees, and maximum there should be unlimited number of members, and also minimum, in order to start a public company, it should be minimum 7 members, so 7 subscribers are necessary, and there is no restriction for the transferability of shares. And also this public company, they can invite the public to subscribe the shares of the company. For example, in case of ONGC, BSNL, Indian Oil, these companies are public companies in India. And public companies is again classified into listed companies and unlisted company. A listed company is the one in which the shares of this company are listed in a registered stock exchanges. So they can go for a public issue and all. And unlisted companies are those one, the shares are not registered in any recognized stock exchanges. Next classification of company is based on the control. A company can be classified into holding company, subsidiary company, and again associate company. What is holding company? A holding company is the one in which one company have a substantial control over another company is called a holding company. And holding, when you want to hold the company, you at least 50% or 51% of the paid up capital should be purchased by that parent company. And next one is subsidiary company. Subsidiary company is the one in which the control of the company is under the affairs of the company is under the control of some other company, then such company is called subsidiary company. And next one is associate company. Associate company is the one in which when a company, they have a substantial interest in another company, that interest should be more than 20% of the share, that is major share capital of the company, then such company is called a associate company. Next, we can classify the company based on the registration. We can classify it as a foreign company and an Indian company. A foreign company is the one in which the incorporation is registration and incorporation. It is in the outside the country, outside Indian perspective is called a foreign company. When a company in which the registration and its incorporation has been carried out in India is considered as an Indian company. Okay. Next, there are certain other classification of companies are there. First one is illegal company. Illegal company is a company in which if the company is not registered under any Companies Act, then such company is called illegal company. Next is a newer concept, that is dormant company. Dormant company means that is a company which is not incorporated, but they have completed a future company, a futuristic company. They will incorporate it in the future day. So such company is called dormant company, which can carry out the registration and all. Next one is association not for making profit companies. That is when that is specified in Section 8 of the Companies Act. Such companies, they are mainly incorporated for the promotion of art, science, commerce, cultural activity. Such company is called association for making profit companies. These companies, they are not their main aim is not to make profit, but the aim is to promote these art, science, everything. Next one is producer company. Producer company is a newer concept which is adopted in Companies Act 2013, which is for the farmers. Mainly they are engaged in agricultural activity. They can start a producer company. So they get the benefit of producer company, in which they can carry out or share the profit and losses which is arising from them among its members. These are the basic classification of company. So let's discuss in a brief point of view. A classification of company can be on the basis of incorporation. A company is classified into statutory company, registered company, and chartered company. On the basis of liability of members, a company can be limited by shares, limited by guarantee, and also unlimited company, liability company. Next one, on the basis of its member, we can classify it into private company as well as public company. In case of private company, it can be again classified into OPC, that is one person company, and also small companies. And public company, it can be classified into a listed company and also unlisted company. Next one, on the basis of control, we can classify it into classified as holding company, subsidiary company, as well as associate company. Next, on the basis of ownership, we can classify it into on the basis of ownership, we can classify it as government company and non-government company. That is, government company in a company in which the majority of the shares, that is about 51% of this 51% of the share is held by governments, and maybe central government or state government, or partially by the central or state government. Such company is called government company. And also other classification is non-government company, when the majority of the shares is not held by government company. Government is considered as non-government companies, and on the basis of registration, we can classify it as Indian company and also foreign company. Next, on the basis of other classification, other type of companies are association not for making profit, dormant companies, illegal association, and also producer company. So thank you everyone.